We're getting some new information about an ongoing anti-terror raid near Paris. What are you learning?
That's right, Wolf. So what we know so far is that these raids are ongoing, unfolding as we speak. They're taking place in the Paris suburb of Argenteuil. Now, we just heard from the French Interior Minister. He said that they believe they have foiled a significant plot, that it was in an advanced stage. Essentially, earlier today, they arrested a person who was a high-level threat. That person then led to this tip, which precipitated these ongoing raids. Now, the Interior Minister also asked journalists essentially to refrain from speculating too much, to refrain from asking too many questions, to understand that this is an ongoing, fluid, and potentially dangerous situation. But he also stressed that this was the result of a weeks-long investigation that relied heavily on European cooperation. Obviously, European leaders across the continent really trying to show the rest of the world that they are cooperating, that they are sharing information. And so essentially we're waiting to hear more about what the specific target of this attack was, when it was supposed to take place. But what we know so far, just to recap, that this attack was in an advanced stage and that a high-level threat has been aborted, essentially. One person arrested, and those raids still ongoing, Wolf, in the Paris suburb of Argenteuil.
Any indication this individual arrested has a connection to the November Paris terror attacks or the more recent attacks this week in Brussels?
So far, there's no indication of that, Wolf. We simply don't know. The only thing we do know is that he is a French national. Obviously, with the Paris and the Belgium attacks, most of the perpetrators involved were either French nationals or Belgian nationals, with the exception of 2 Iraqi nationals who also participated in the Paris attacks. But at this stage, we're seeing a really common thread here, which is European leaders being quite tight-lipped, trying to give as little information to journalists as they can, for the obvious reason, of course, that they don't want journalist activity to tip off people in the larger network and potentially threaten these ongoing operations. Wolf.